Hello, beautiful
So I'm
people.
seeing here.
Episode, I don't even know what episode this is, 49. We got what's left
49.
of, see, now I'll go with my bullshit. I was going to say what's left of the More Hate, More Love podcast,
This is true.
but I won't go there. Enough about them. Welcome back to episode 49 of the I Say That to Say This podcast. I'm joined with my co-host for the evening, the lovely Annie, a.k.a. the Sagg.
The Sagg. That's me.
And if you fuck around, I'll give that
Hi,
nickname to
everyone.
someone else.
So, how are you? You can never give my nickname. I don't care when their birthday is.
That's funny.
You can never do that.
What kind
There's
of
only one me. Exactly. I don't care when your birthday is. I am the Sagg. The Sagg.
The one and only. But welcome.
The.
Welcome to the show. I guess this is your first official appearance on the I Say That to Say This podcast. It's a pleasure to have you.
It is. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I thought the world needed to hear your morals and your principles. I think it's good for the youth. That's a fact.
It is. Gotta protect the kids.
That's a fact. And I wanted to start off with Monique, but I guess we're gonna get into that in a moment. And I wanted this is gonna come out Monday, right? So I noticed the last time I was at your juice bar that you had your Angela Davis set up. I thought that was very cool. Like, what made you want to get into it? Well, I guess for the people, you could tell them what exactly you do. I don't want to fuck it up because I'm just a spectator.
What we do at the Rodeo Juice Bar, we celebrate a different person for Black History Month. The day you came, we happened to be celebrating Angela Davis. For President's Day, we celebrated Nelson Mandela. I do want to celebrate Monique. You want to know why? Because she deserves to be celebrated.
I respect that. I definitely respect that.
She does. I was going to celebrate Drake after God's Plan video. I think he deserves to be celebrated. But Monique definitely deserves to be celebrated.
I agree. Drake is on my list here. The God's Plan video. But I thought it was very cool that you do you change it every day?
Every day.
I thought that was amazing that you took the time out because I didn't even say anything when I saw it because it was just like I just noticed it like, wow, that's official. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very important because on this show we get into a lot of bullshit.
I just feel like.
What are you saying? Go ahead.
No, I just feel like, do you feel like Black History Month is the same?
No, I think that's why it caught me off guard.
Yeah, I don't think we celebrate it the same. I don't think we celebrate it the same.
I don't think we celebrate anything the same. And that's why, like I said, when I saw it, I was like, wow, somebody who's still holding on to the good times. It made me want to step my game up. And I was like, damn, you know what? I went a whole month and they ain't say shit on the podcast. Like, I should be ashamed of myself. I really thought about it like, damn, like I got to step my game up. So I agree that nothing's the same. Nothing was the same. But it's that I think the world just moves so fast. And we just be living in the moment so much with our heads down on our phone.
Yeah.
Well, me, because people like you, business owners like you, and Black women like you stood up and was like, hold on. I walked in like, hold on, and it set the tone. I was like, okay. So I don't want to say everybody because people like you, the Sagg inspired me like, damn, you got to really, you can't forget about the core meaning of it all.
I'm trying. I try to do my part. I think we all could do better. I can do better.
Absolutely, I could 100% do that. And
as long as we keep trying.
That's all we can. As long as we keep doing. Trying is one thing.
Exactly.
You are doing. Exactly. And I like I said, I gotta salute that always. But I wanted to. We were just talking about it, and I guess since we're on the subject about Nipsey Hussle. And what he brings to the table. And it seems weird to talk about him because I never would have spoke about Nipsey Hussle. Like, I don't really listen to that West Coast rap. But like when I came across the Victory Lap.
He's gangster rap.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, like that West Coast gangster rap. It's a little bit of a different feel than we used to. For those who don't know, the Sagg is from Uptown. So, so we got
Harlem,
pretty much
Harlem,
the
to
same
be
taste in
exact.
music.
East side, west side.
So, but with Nipsey Hussle, I like his direction and that he's speaking to the youth. And he's not talking about Molly, the Percocets, Rolexes, and Rolls Royces. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo,
Right.
buy some. Not even, and it's not, and the crazy shit also, which it's good to talk to you about, is because it's not so 444. Like, he's not like, hey, go buy a Picasso or go buy a Basquiat. You know what I'm saying? He's really talking to you on regular terms. Like, yo, whatever it is you're doing.
Your level.
Right, exactly. You could
Regular
do better.
level. Be the best at it. Exactly. I respect him. I definitely respect him for being someone that's out there in the face of gang, come from a violent place, like repping his set, Crips, whatever, but he still know what it is at the end of the day. You have to handle your business. You have to make sure that business side is taken care of. You have to be smart. You can't get fucked over. Know what you're signing up for. Know what you're going to get out the deal. I like that he's teaching people how to be, because sometimes a lot of people don't respect the messenger. They respect the message, but they don't respect the messenger. So
True.
maybe Nipsey is a younger person that can relate to more people than Jay-Z's 444. So I appreciate that. And his braids is dope. Got a
Word.
very good brain in him.
Yo, I was looking like, yeah, that West Coast water, that shit is good. Like, I was like, that shit is good.
That's some good shampoo. He's using that garlic Dominican.
Yo, that's why I fuck with you, because you really noticed that. And I noticed it too, like, nigga, he must have just got that shit done. Like, oh man, that's funny. But yeah, man.
Yeah, he must get those shits done every 2 hours. Those is fresh.
That's a fact. Those shits was flawless. But I think also it's important for the people to know, like, this is the best time to own your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I look at like outlets like this or like a podcast. It's just something that you're gonna hear in your everyday, making your everyday moves, and you can really come across a cool business. And marketing used to be fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars. No regular people could get a commercial. But now you run a Facebook ad. Where's everybody in their phones? Yeah, it's good enough.
Exactly. Social media has definitely changed a lot of things for us.
And like
in a good and a bad way.
Sure. Oh, we're gonna get into the bad, no doubt. But but I, even as far as Uber Eats, I'm like, damn, McDonald's got it. If McDonald's has to deliver, the game really changed. Like, people not even going to get a Big Mac no more. That shit got to come to you. I was
come
like,
to you.
Yeah, now is the best time to own your own, because it's going to be what you created.
Exactly. Everything is in such high demand now. And then everything has a short shelf life. Nothing lasts anymore. Just like you said, music doesn't even last anymore. You hear a song, it's hot, you forget about it in 3 weeks, you waiting for something new. It's crazy now.
Yeah, I heard Young M.A. What's that shit? Yeah, they hate, but they broke though. I felt like that song was 10 years old for some reason. Like, I was like, oh, this was my shit. And then I was like, damn, that was last summer. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wow.
Crazy. Wow, last summer? That was last summer?
Maybe it was 16.
No way.
Well, yeah,
it gotta be like 15.
You know what? See, this is the beauty of this thing. I gotta look it up, because I got Wendy Williams logged ready to roll right now. We're gonna get into her too, don't worry. But that's even
I wonder if Young M.A. would have sex with Wendy.
Probably not. M.A. seemed like she got a little more sense than that.
But Wendy got that bag though.
Ain't enough money in the world. I just got too much
Don't
respect.
say that.
I got too much respect for my dick to do that. Yeah, it was 2016.
You wouldn't take Wendy down?
Okay. Nah, it's not that much. It's not that much salute to Black history in the world for me to take Wendy down. Ain't no way.
No, don't do that to Wendy. That's the good sis Wendy, but she's just I don't know. She needs to mind her business sometimes.
But yeah, MA was. But that's
Watch
what I'm
her
saying.
mouth.
If you think about it, it just turned 20, so it's a year and a half. But that song, when I heard it, I was just like, damn. You know, even the Migos, as much as I probably would never listen to it twice. I haven't listened to it since. I haven't even heard anything about it. You know, even everything.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to take a moment and just shed some light on Nipsey, because he has a good message. And I felt like even 444, it just rolled and it was here and then it was gone. So as far as this, I hope it sticks for a little bit, and I hope people really appreciate the artistry and the knowledge he was
A
trying
little
to
bit
get.
longer.
A little bit, like a little bit. You know, it's not gonna ride. It's not summer music, but as long as it sticks and people get the message, you know, I'm good with that. But
Yeah, like it's about the messenger. It's
that's,
definitely about the messenger sometimes.
but on
And
to the fuck
Nipsey
shit.
is enough of the
Right.
positivity.
We had enough
Let's get to the
positivity for
real
this month.
nitty-gritty.
Let's get on to the fuck shit. Oh, you know what? Also, since you brought it up, God's plan. Before we get to the fuck shit, let's hold on a little bit longer. I thought what Drake did was amazing,
Yeah.
and I know he's my guy. I'm not, and I like Drake is. No, it's moments like this though that I'm like, okay, this is why he's the boy.
I definitely have a new level of respect for Drake after this video. And not because of the fact that he gave away so much. It's just the way that he did it. Like he made an impact on these people, the way he took time to set it out and surprise people. You can tell these people were legit surprised, had no idea he was gonna be walking up behind them, no idea who they were meeting. He took people shot. Like he made a lot of people happy. That touched me. It really did.
Definitely,
I can appreciate it.
I'm pulling it up now. Yeah, the budget for this video was $996,631.90, and he gave that shit away. I'm like, yo, listen, this man gave away $1 million to people on the street. Like, I don't give a fuck if the shit was even choreographed. Like, to just walk up to somebody, like, you know, people were just minding their business. He come down on you with $50,000, and you're like, wait, is this real life? You know, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's right. Like, how do you react? How can you react? Somebody come up to me and give me 50,000. I don't know. I'm gonna be suspicious about it at first. Like,
I'm gonna tell you,
do I know?
Dude, I bumped into this dude at the Hove concert, and he was like, yo, I met you before, and I was like, nah, bro, I never met you in my life. He was like, yo, I want to buy you a drink, and I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. Like, I was like weird about it. I was like, I don't want to. I'm good. Like, you know, and he wasn't like funny. He wasn't funny style about it. He was just being genuine. Like, yo, please, let me buy you a drink. And I was like, all right, thanks, man. And he just went his way, and I went mine after. He was like, yo, man, appreciate you, man. And he just left. And I was like, that was so weird. I was like, what made him do that? You know what I'm saying? So when I saw this,
there's some good people in this world.
I agree. When I saw this video, I was like, damn, if there was a camera around, I'm curious of my reaction if somebody handed me 50 bands. Like, here you go. Change it, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Oh, I don't know. They might have to really, I might have fanned out though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I usually could keep it together. I would have been like, oh shit. Like, I would have been looking around like, is this real? Like,
I probably, because of the way it was done, I probably would have fanned out. If Drake walks up and surprises me with 50,000, yeah, I'm a fan out.
And well, see, I know you're cool, and I'm not just saying
if anybody walk up to me with 50,000, I might fan out.
That's what I'm saying, and I like that you admit that, because I know you're cool in real life, right? And I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm pretty cool in real life. But I know that that moment, ain't no way I would be able to. Like, you would be lying if you said I might shed a tear. Like, I would be like, oh shit, this is crazy. Like,
I know I'm shedding a tear. I know I'm a child. Please.
You know, that's hilarious. I haven't cried since 19 years old, but I tell you, that shit you might get one. You walk up on me with some bands like that. But I also saw people were a little bit mad at him that they gave out the number, like, you know, and you know what? In my on the very first podcast, episode 1, I mentioned like where I want my podcast to go and just spreading the positive message. And I'm like, I mentioned people that give away money on Instagram, like dudes be walking with cheeseburgers, you know, recording themselves give cheeseburger to homeless. And I thought I think that shit is corny. But for some reason, this didn't strike me like that. So I was like, that's weird. I'm like, if he was giving out $100, Drake wouldn't have to. If Drake made a video giving out $100,
you can tell when it's genuine, and you can tell.
No, go ahead.
That would be.
That's a fact.
If Drake gave a video of $100 to a homeless man, that would be corny to me. It's
That's a
like
fact.
when bum ass Troy Ave told that long story about giving a quarter to the homeless person and he gave him $1 back. Dumb shit like that.
No, that's a fact.
Complete bum shit. Nah, this
That's
is
a
big.
fact.
$1 million for anybody to give away is big, no matter how you do it.
And that's why I didn't even correlate the two. But I didn't, I don't feed the trolls. Like when I saw it, I was like, how you gonna have something bad to say about this shit? You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, I was critical.
Yeah,
I'm critical of that. But with this, I'm like, this man I don't care if it was his video budget. I don't care. To give away $1 million, not going with a check at halftime with a school, like no, to just walk up on people. I was like, that shit is different. And I'm not mad that he made a video out of it. Everybody got right. Cool. I'm good with that. And I think it should set
that's the charity that I respect. I respect actually touching families, actually being hands-on with your charity. Anybody could write a check to a corporation or a charity. You don't know where that money is going. He put that money in those people's hands. He heard their story, gave them advice.
Oh man. We lost the Sagg. But she was right. You get, giving away that money really is life-changing, and when you give away to the Red Cross, we really don't know where that money is going, but to see the money in their hand, they're walking away, it's a beautiful thing, man. When she comes back, oh, there she goes.
Okay.
Oh man, that sounds crispy. It did.
You like that better?
Yeah, definitely.
That's better.
You're gonna even now. I'm gonna hit you with the joint. Like, wait till you hear the playback. Like, oh shit! No.
It's about playback. It's realities. We gonna be all right though. We gonna be all right.
But like you were saying, that we really don't know where that money goes when you see those checks, like those big ass checks. I know this just can't even fit in the car, so I know that's cardboard. We don't know, but like you said, handing money to people.
That's for decoration. What am I gonna do with this?
That's a fact. I do want one though. I'm not gonna lie. I do want one of those big ass checks one day. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yes, I want Publishers Clearinghouse to show up at my door with a big ass check, balloons, bottle of champagne, some roses.
I don't fuck with. Listen, I ain't waiting for Publishers Clearinghouse. I hope I get it from Gatorade or somebody. I ain't got no sponsors, but
okay, I can respect Gatorade.
Shit, I hope we do.
I can respect Gatorade.
Somebody bring us a big ass check. We hold it on both ends for our businesses, man. I'm telling you, that's how I want to get it.
That Duce check.
That's
for the Duce check.
Listen, man, Duce, come fuck with some real niggas. I promise.
Exactly.
That should be worth your while.
We're gonna show you how to do this.
That's a fact. Duce, you can just give me the direct deposit because I mainly want the Duce anyway, so everybody wins here. But
Duce is a lot smoother than Hennessy, if we're being real.
No, that's a fact. And I really you could scroll down on my tweets since the beginning of Twitter, or the beginning of time. I never liked Hennessy. Like I thought it was weird. I like white Henny, but that's different. I don't know what's in that shit. I don't even know what makes that shit different. That could even be in my head.
I grew up on Hennessy.
Nah, that shit was always weird.
I grew up on Hennessy. I never liked Ciroc. That's something. It's too sweet for me.
I can't even believe you just said that. Now, Ciroc is the reason I didn't like Henny, because I'm a mixer. Like even
never liked it.
When we,
I'm Diddy. I love Ciroc.
You faded out.
Are we here?
You're back now. What's up with you? And that what you got? AT&T? God damn.
I'm back.
I don't know what the hell's happening.
First of all, I have T-Mobile.
Okay.
Thank you.
I guess that's your issue, that you got T-Mobile.
You know what? And they charging me too much on my bill.
Wait, let's try it. We'll try it without the video. Let me see. Can you call in?
Let's see.
Oh, I'm not on video right now.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's why I said it, because it sounds good. I think you sound straight.
Aha, there we are.
Okay. We'll work out the kinks, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies. But anyway, T-Mobile, get your shit together, but that's another story. On to the fuck shit.
On to the fuck shit.
Can we talk?
Thank you,
and
Drake,
you know what? It kind of... Hold on, let me see something. I'm going to send another invite. Try calling in, because your shit keeps fading out.
Even now without the video?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to leave this one.
Okay. Sorry, listeners. But I want to talk about, because it kind of plays in a little bit with the way Monique from Monique tried to paint Charlemagne, you know, because I was critical of her, and that's why I want to wait for the Sagg to really get into it.
I'm coming.
All right, seriously.
I want the world to know.
Yo,
if I could sing, I would sign to Drake.
Oh, listen, you ain't even really got to sing. He'll put that Party Next Door on your shit, whatever button that is on all those buttons.
Whatever they do. Exactly. Just throw that up on my voice.
That's a fact. Put that little Party Next Door spice on your shit. You just go ahead. You just get right. Oh man, that's funny.
Sell off out here. I know I'm going platinum, and I'm gonna get what I'm worth.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, a one-hit wonder would be the best thing that ever happened. So are you gonna go Monique? I wouldn't want you to go Monique on Drake. Are you gonna walk up in there like, nah, Drake? What did Cash Dog get?
If he don't pay me my money.
You gonna say,
wow. Wow. No, listen. See, I'll wild on Drake. I feel like my numbers is Beyonce numbers.
Beyonce numbers?
Cash Dog, I feel like if I sign to Drake, I have to get a Beyonce figure.
Sagg, come on. How you just gonna go straight Beyonce? Like,
okay,
are there no
maybe
levels
I took it too far.
But I see
maybe I took it too far.
Yeah, I see your vision. But god damn.
I'm dreaming big. I'm looking for at the long term. I'm looking at the long term.
I respect your
vision.
That's
my 5-year plan.
So I'm not gonna say you don't deserve
Beyonce
now? Numbers, right? But right now, I think that's what happened with Monique.
I need to
put up in there like, yo, nah.
Cardi B package.
That's reasonable. Now I respect that.
So you telling me Monique doesn't deserve Beyonce numbers?
Well, to what you were just talking about, if you want a Cardi B numbers, I 100% am behind that, because Cardi B ain't even really put work in yet, if you ask me. So if you want the Cardi B package, I would respect that. Now, as far as Monique, hell no, me. Like, listen to yourself. That sounded bizarre. Like, to even bring up Monique and Beyonce shouldn't be in the same breath. I feel like I should leave the studio, stop the podcast, come back, and then we could talk. Like, those two, what?
So you telling me of all the female comedians that we have, Monique is not top tier?
Of the female comedians, yes. But, like, how far back we going?
She just had a hit movie 2 years ago.
That's the thing. I don't watch her movies. So, like,
okay.
She doesn't.
Would you watch her stand-up special?
Absolutely. If it came on Netflix, okay, I would absolutely click on that shit. But as far as going to see Last Christmas or whatever that shit was, no, absolutely not. I will wait till that shit comes on HBO, Netflix, or whatever else.
Do you think they gave her a fair deal?
But to what you were just told, if Beyonce, I don't know, if Beyonce decided that she was going to have a boxing match I'm going, like, I want to see that shit. I don't give a fuck what she does. Like, and I'm not even a Beyonce stan, but something about her, I gotta go see it. Like, I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Makes you
But
wanna see.
Monique, like, I could give a fuck. Like, I think that speaks. I don't feel like that's just me. Like, I feel like, but I respect her as a legend. Like, so do I feel like she was worth $500,000? No, absolutely not. But, you know, and I don't want to, because that's why I want to talk about with you, because Charlemagne took it a little too far, as if I would have took it. But I respected his stance. But I don't think Amy Schumer's funny either. But as far as like Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, like,
She's not.
no, they're not even in the same breath. And the husband was like, you know, Richard Pryor.
What about her husband?
You know what's crazy? I like him. I respect him.
I do. I respect that brother. That's a stand-up brother right there.
That's a fact. Like,
Still behind
although,
his wife on that telephone.
No, that's a fact. I mean,
him daddy.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I was like, yo, listen, that nigga know what he's doing, because she called him daddy the entire time.
Monique a big girl, and she called him that nigga daddy. He's putting it down.
Yo, no bullshit. I'm like, yo, she's staying true to the code. I respect it. Like, you know me and my morals and my principles with my wife. Like, so when I saw her staying true to the code, I was like, I respect it. Like, I thought it was a little much.
She made me
I'm
want
not
to
gonna
call
lie.
my man daddy.
I wouldn't. That shit was crazy. Like, if my wife did it, I would have been like, oh, that was weird. Like, I would have been like, she didn't have to do that.
On national
on the radio, like
nationally syndicated
exactly, and their YouTube
radio
channel
station. I'm not
worldwide.
calling my husband daddy. And you on the phone? That was kind of weird. It was weird, but at the same time, it was powerful for them as a couple.
But that's why I respected him. Like, yo, that's her manager. Because my wife gives her business advice for me, is for whatever that's worth. So I really saw, like, nah, she really believes in him. And I'm like, yo, he got her this far. Because it's not like and that's why I respected her more, because I'm like, yo, she's not like a newcomer. And I didn't know that he was her manager. I'm like, yo, he got her far for a couple. If he's like, yo, baby, I'm going to hold you down. I'm going to be your manager. I'm going to pull these deals together. He did amazing things. Like, he's a legend and a legend of himself. I don't even have to know his background. Exactly. But to be able to do that with your wife is like, wow, that's something to look up to. Like, I would read his book. You know what I'm saying? If he was holding a fucking seminar.
And that's unheard of. That's unheard of in this country.
But see, now that's where it's tricky. Because I felt like, as far as her, is like, this is it was a weird crossroad. Because you know what? I was critical of her on another podcast I had, episode 47. You know, like, pretty much what I was just saying, but with you. But I was saying, like, once I heard her side, I was like, wow, she is right. Like, when she was like, you know.
She's very right.
Yeah, when she really opened my eyes up, because when she was like, we get used to the abuse. And at first when she said, like, Harvey Weinstein, I was like, oh boy, don't do that. Like, that has nothing to do with it. And then when she broke it down, like, nah, you really not. It's the same thing to them. Like, on that side, the corporate side, like, oh, fuck you. Who you going to tell? And when she said it that way, I was damn. I was like, she's absolutely.
And who's going to believe you? And then what are they going to do about it?
And
it's the same thing.
That's what fucked me up. You're absolutely right. That's what fucked me up more, because I was like, when she said it, like, who's going to believe you? And I was like, damn, like, I found myself not believing her. Like, I was like, me, you know, and it was like a real moment. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, that shit is real.
The disrespect came in where, okay, we're not looking at her amazing resume. We're looking at, what have you done for me lately? Dave Chappelle's in Africa on a hiatus from Comedy Central for 32 years and came back to 60 million.
Yo, but listen.
What are you talking about?
But see, that, you know, because you right, but you wrong, but you right. Because but Dave Chappelle's that funny, he could come back and hit you, boom, and he can but he made me laugh. I went to see it. If Monique, you know how Netflix wrote,
too.
But not like, I mean, I can't tell you what's funny to you, but I just could tell you for a pulse of what's going on, and I'm pretty in the mix, and I'm in the loop. So for the pulse of what's going on, if Dave Chappelle comes back, because he was in Africa, because the word was he went bonkers, and he was pretty much saying the same thing as Monique was saying on that level, of like, they'll try to fuck you, like, who you gonna tell? So because of that, when he came back just with the special, it was like, oh shit, I gotta see this. You know, I'm sure, and
People
if Dave
wanted to hear
Chappelle,
what she had to say.
right, and if you think about it, if you really think about the numbers, because you're a businesswoman and I'm a businessman, I really thought about the numbers. I was like, Dave Chappelle was left Comedy Central because they were gonna make $500 million and they offered him 50 mil, right? I was like, when he came back, he did all these shows to build up the circuit, like, yo, I'm back. And when Netflix offered him 20 million, if you think about it, he didn't say like, no, that's why I fucking left. I'm not taking less than 50, I need 75. I could imagine Dave Chappelle was like, you know what? You're right. I've been out the loop for a while. I'll take the cut, but they're going to want to hear this shit, and I'm going to get my money on the back end. And that's when it happened, you know what I'm saying? Because if you ask me, if coming back, he should have been worth, because if we disregard as a new special, it's like, yo, Dave Chappelle's going to come back. What do you think he's going to be worth? If it was right now, I would say, damn, they gave Chris Rock 20, they got to give Dave Chappelle like 60 because he left. He wouldn't take no less than 50 when he left. You know what I'm saying? So I really thought about it that way, and that's why I was critical.
Is Dave Chappelle funnier than Jerry Seinfeld, who received 100 million?
Listen, let me tell you something. First of all, I respect Seinfeld for finessing us out of another show about nothing. I watched that whole shit.
Absolutely
a show
nothing.
About nothing, but I love
Driving
cars.
around in a car.
That's a fact. But I loved all the cars, and I liked
the cars are dope.
And I thought, I like that you watch all this shit too. That's awesome. But but
I love Seinfeld. I love it.
No, absolutely. I love him too. That's a fact. But like, and that's why I'm saying all that to say, like, I love that he finessed us, and out of like, you know, being in a podcast game, I got to look to these guys and I got to study their moves. So I watch it not only for entertainment, but like, I'm like, damn, do I got to hook up some GoPros in my ride? Like, you know, just to brainstorm. So when I saw it, I was like, damn, that's crazy. And so when you ask, like, and I really respected what he did. If you ask me, is he funnier to me? Hell yeah, Dave Chappelle is funnier than Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld, but he never made me like die laughing. Dave Chappelle, like even thinking about the shit, like Dave Chappelle has made me cry on the floor laughing. Seinfeld never made me laugh that hard. And Seinfeld's great, don't get me wrong. And that's why it's not funny. What's her name? Amy Schumer never even made me like, I don't find her funny at all. I turned off, I watched her special with my wife, and we're looking at each other. I was like, you want to finish this shit? She was like, nope. We turned that shit right off. Like, I'm like, that shit is garbage. So,
and she renegotiated a contract. She renegotiated $2 more million.
But that's what I was just going to say. But this is the thing. There's 50 million people, whoever they are, that think she is that dying on the floor, rolling over, laughing. So I respect it in that sense. Like, you know what? That's the game. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when Monique was...
Here's where more disrespect came in.
Please, enlighten me.
Netflix will require Monique not to tell any jokes, not to do any other work for 2 years.
Right. Correct.
It's in a Netflix contract. So you're telling me that someone as decorated as Monique, someone who's working in this industry, is not worth $250,000 a year? She's not going to make $250,000 a year?
But see, this is the thing. Like, this is where I really got concerned. And I'm like, yo, listen, if this was me, if Bo is in charge of this operation, like because I like to consider myself the gray area investigator of the internet, whatever that's worth. Because I really try to be objective about every situation as it comes to me. You know what I'm saying? People, and as scary as it is, people come to me for like real shit. And I'll be like, oh God, there's a lot of pressure. Like, do you want the real truth? So if it really came to me, I would be like, yo, release your tax returns. What would you make? What would you make over the course of 2 years? Like but see, I don't know Monique, so that's why I'm sure she's a millionaire. Obviously, she does amazing for herself. I'm not saying that, but I'm like, if you're making $250 a year, if that's your number, so be it. Like, that's a good living. Don't get me wrong, shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but if she's making $1 million a year, that's when I'm like, yo, that would be a slap in the face. Like, if she's making $1 million a year. If you ask me, Monique should at least get $5 million, at least, if she can't tell jokes for 2 years. If she's making $1 million a year, at least, because you never know what's going to come.
And I think that releasing her tax returns is a good idea. In fact, she is making more than $250,000 a year.
Right, because I'm sure they didn't, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and now, you know what I was also thinking? I'm like, what did Cat Williams get? Because his shit was kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Cat Williams looked like he probably got 175 because he would have said something by now. So
Chris Rock got a special.
I watched that shit too.
D-Ray Davis got $5 million for his special.
Yo, that's another one. D-Ray Davis never even made me like, never. Like, I do not think D-Ray.
He got $5 million.
So, but see, this is the game though. D-Ray has, like, you get, they really go check followers and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? So D-Ray probably has more followers than Monique. Like, Monique's demographic is over 50 at this point. They not wilding over Netflix like we are. I'm 29, of course. I don't want to see nothing Monique does, but
you would go. If a Netflix special with Monique pops up on your Netflix screen, you're watching it. We're all watching it.
Nah, but listen, if it pops up, you know when it's the suggested, it's the top, the shit almost starts playing when you open. I'm scrolling down to go through recently added to see, like, all right. Because I see that, I was like, all right, let me see what else is out there, though. Is there any new, like, is Walking Dead on tonight? Like, what we got to do for real? Nothing? All right, just play the Monique, fuck it. It would happen just like that. I'm not even going to hold you. But, like, even Cat Williams, as soon as it popped up, I clicked on that shit. Like, gotta see it.
Exactly. And me personally, being a Monique fan, someone who's watched her other stand-up shows, someone who has watched her television shows, someone who has followed her movies, followed her career, me personally, I love Monique. I'm going to watch and support whatever she does. I said that to say this.
Hey.
Everyone is not like me. Everyone does not share the same joy and happiness from Monique's comedy. And I get that. But to say that she's a legend and then in turn offer her $500,000
like
when you have a list of other comedians who are nowhere near on her level or caliber.
But this is the thing. And because I agree with you 100%, but this is the thing. When you say, if you go to the streets of fucking Manhattan and you say, hey, do you know who Monique is? People will be like, what? Because I'm like, yo, I know three people named Monique. Like, the last thing I would be thinking is the comedian. I would be like, wait, I know, like, I haven't seen her in years, but like, yeah, I know a girl named Monique. Or I know some, you know what I'm saying? If you go, hey, you know Amy Schumer? Yeah, the comedian. You know what I'm saying? So I was, and that's where it's tricky. Like, I agree that there aren't people like you, because I'm not like you.
So basically, Netflix is looking at who can.
They're looking at right now, kind of. Like, I get the legend, I get it. But even like you said with Chris Rock, I wasn't really that hyped to see Chris Rock. I watched that shit immediately, but I wasn't like, oh, this shit gonna be crazy. I was like, oh, I'll see what Chris Rock.
Chris Tucker stopped cursing, and they gave him a Netflix special.
Chris Tucker shit was basura. That shit was terrible.
And I'm sure he got a few million.
Yeah, but this is the Chris Tucker has like Rush Hour 4 is coming. Like you know what I'm saying? Chris Tucker, like what the fuck am I waiting for Monique for? The Parkers? How long ago was that shit? Come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like,
so you think that she's totally wrong, unjust?
No, no, not at all. As I said, to put a button on it, so I don't sound redundant, I just need to see the numbers at this point because I hear her. She's right. But it's like, all right, now we got to know what you're worth. Instead of because this back and forth shit ain't getting us nowhere with Netflix. Netflix obviously doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? So instead of just complaining about it, as a business because I try to really be objective. I'm like, all right, let's get to it. How about you just release the shit? You know what, Monique,
drop those tax returns. Pull out these receipts.
That's what I was going to say.
Pull them out.
We need receipts. How long are you going to cry about it? Are we going to get proactive? Or let's see.
Don't get it twisted. She's been pulling out receipts for everyone.
Of words, though. Of words.
No, she's been pulling up emails. She's been pulling up all kind of receipts.
No, I mean, I'm talking about, I want to see the numbers. Like that. I've seen everything but a check.
To get down to the bottom line.
Show me what she got for
be-all. We need to see how much you're worth.
What did she get for that Christmas? Like, what did she got with movies the last 2 years? If she made $2 million, I ain't trying to hear that. Then you do. If she made $2 million over the last 2 years, like from just the films.
Here's where the conversation can turn, because it's like, did we ask anybody else to prove their worth?
That's why I hear you. You're right, because you're right, and that's what made me feel bad about the interview. But like but we're to the point where we're done arguing now. Like, she's done 2 interviews, like mad Instagram videos. Like and it sounds weird to even keep talking about, because I'm like, all right, at this point, if I was crying like, yo, I deserve a raise, and people like, you know what? And we started pulling all the shit that I do and doing all this, like, oh wow, you do that? Well, you do that too, yeah. I deserve. And they were like, all right, so what do you think we should get? What do you think you deserve? I'm like, $500,000. I'm like, what? All right, so what are you making?
Shaky.
Right, and we'll be like, all right, don't drag it. You know what I'm saying? You know, my tax returns aren't terrible.
Okay.
It's like at some point, like, all right, what are we basing this off of?
So if you're Monique and you did everything, you said everything, everything's been said, do you think there's a possibility for her to get a higher or better offer from another network?
Nope. Because of the way she's handling herself. If I'm Monique right now, I'm dropping my tape. Like, fuck it. Here, boom, YouTube. And because you can get a pretty, you know, YouTube is paying. Will Smith started a YouTube channel. YouTube is giving up the dollar on that scale.
Tidal pays more than YouTube. Tidal pays more than YouTube.
Which is true. But like, or whoever, right. So go see, that's what, exactly. I'm glad you said that, actually.
Why not drop it? Okay.
Yeah, go see Hov.
Here's the only thing that threw me off with Monique. Yes, Netflix is the #1 platform right now for digital media. If you're dropping a movie, Netflix. If you're dropping a special, Netflix. That's all we hear. They're saturating the game. That's a fact. But why not drop it on Revolt TV? Why not drop it on Oprah's own network?
And that's exactly
why not.
Right. See,
why not do it yourself?
Right. That's why I mentioned YouTube. But you're right about Tidal. I mentioned YouTube because you got to do it yourself. Like, this shit'll be on YouTube. Shout out to all my YouTube listeners. Please go subscribe. But like,
I think now at this point, she will definitely have a better following from at least people who support her and people who feel her fight. So if she does it by herself right now, I think she would do good. But
that's why I say, like, because you own your own business. I own my own business. I'm about being proactive at some point. Like, instead of me crying about what I deserve, at some point you got to just go get it. And whatever. Like, she's a comedian. She's not going anywhere. So if she just drops the shit now, like, what are we talking about? Let's get to it.
I agree she should go out and get it, but I also agree
but like you said,
she should also speak out.
Go to because I agree with you, and I agree she should speak out. But go to Revolt. Go see what Hov is talking about. Like, now, let me ask you. Let me ask you something. If Hov if she was like, well, I went to Tidal, and Tidal is even worse. Tidal offered me $175. Then I'll be like, oh shit. Well, Hov no. Right? Like, I'll be like, you know. So, or if she's like, or
I don't think that that's possible.
We don't. That's what I'm saying. We don't know. So because if Hov, if she went to Tidal,
we need to see these numbers, Monique.
That's what I was gonna say. If she went to Hov, and Tidal was like, "Yo, come release the shit on Tidal. I give you $750,000." I was like, "Wow, you know what? That's so good of Hov. Thank you. This is why he's the king." And Monique, I'm glad you got what you deserve. I'd be very positive about it, and I'd be like, "Cool." But at the same token, if you come out and say it's $175, I'd be like, "Well, see, you just got to drop the tape now." You know what I'm saying? So at this point, it's like, I don't know.
It just seems a way because there's plenty of articles about Netflix and how they're just giving away money. Not even to the top names, to low-level, mid-level comedians, just giving away money.
Listen,
you telling me you got $100 million for Jerry Seinfeld, but you don't even got $1 million? You don't have $1 million for Monique?
If Netflix offered me $10,000 a month right now, I'm taking it. Fuck what you talking about.
I'm taking it as well.
Shit, if they offer, listen, anything less, actually,
but we're not Oscar winners.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Winners, though, so it's a different struggle.
But I know I'm a realist. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if Netflix came to me like, hey, we'll give you $1,000, I would be like, all right, like, okay, I get the exposure, cool. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be like, I don't know, $1,000, Jake Paul, he gets $500,000. Like, I would be like, yo, it's whatever. I'm with the shits. I'm not going anywhere.
They offered Wanda Sykes $250,000. Maybe even less.
Listen, Wanda Sykes, don't even get me started with her, so I'll just move on. Speaking of weird.
Honestly, I don't care for Wanda Sykes.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I ain't got nothing to say about Wanda Sykes. I don't even know what she deserves. But
now here's what's interesting. Tiffany Haddish, whatever, Haddish, she's just confirmed that she actually has a Netflix special coming out. Her contract has been negotiated. Do you
How
think
much did she get?
That she didn't disclose the figure? I'm pretty sure it's more than $1 million.
I don't got nothing to say. Like, you know, I know, like, it annoys me when Star on Everyday Struggle be like, I don't do hypotheticals. But because I love hypotheticals. But as far as that, I'm like, it's the opposite of the same Monique spectrum. Like, hey, I don't know what anybody like. If she don't tell me the numbers, I can't guess.
Her exact words were, it's not a Dave Chappelle number, but it's enough to take care of her family for a while.
So she probably got like $3 million, right? Which she probably feels like, damn, you know, it's because if she got 10, she would have told us. If she got 20, she would have told us. 25, TMZ would have known. She probably got like 3, and she's like, but that's why she's probably just being proactive about it. Like, yo, look, when I get the next big one, then I'm gonna tell them. You know, when she gets that $22 million contract, then she'll release that figure. But until then, I don't know. But anywho.
Do you think she should go and renegotiate her contract?
Who? Tiffany Haddish?
Tiffany. That's
why I don't know what she got. I don't know. Like, if it ain't broke, don't break it. You know what I'm saying? And like everything that, what's that saying? Everything that glitters ain't gold, right? So I say that to say everything that's gold gonna glitter. You know what I'm saying? If the shit is worth $500,000, you gonna get it. If the shit is worth $3 million, we gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that's the thing about comedy and art. If they don't make me laugh, it's just my opinion. Somebody else could make you, they'd be crying laughing. Like, I don't know. The real shit is gonna shine through. All the argument and all the fuck shit is gonna fall to the side. And that brings me to my next point.
And ending of each and every day, it's all about the bag.
That's exactly where I was going. That's a fact. But that brings me to my next point with Wendy Williams. I forget how I was gonna tie that in, but her outlandish statement of Beyonce, and I got the clip.
I don't feel like 30.
Is this loud on you? Can you hear that?
Like you did it.
I can.
And that's that. There are only a few people.
For the listeners, hope the sound is okay.
And Fergie is not one. She needs auto-tune.
Valid.
Jen Lopez
She needs
auto-tune.
She was out of pocket for that.
Janet needs auto-tune. Beyonce needs auto-tune.
I gotta stop it right there. You know what?
Now you know what?
No, I'm not gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna stop it right here, and we're gonna work backwards. These fucking bozos are out of pocket for clapping. I don't know what kind of that shit. Who started the round of applause? Like I would have stood up like, oh.
You know, they have the people. I don't know what they're called, audience mongers, crowd hypers that promote the clapping and shit like that and tell them to clap on cue.
I'm not rolling.
But Wendy Williams sat up there in that fucking striped dress and had the audacity to fix her dick-sucking lips to say something as disrespectful as Beyonce needs auto-tune. Now, first of all, I let you rock with J-Lo.
Right. So we'll start there. When she's like, Fergie, you know, she can't really, and I was like, okay, this is about Fergie, whatever. When she went to J-Lo, I was like, damn, like, that's weird. Like, what the fuck J-Lo do?
You pulled that off your ass.
Right. So I'm like, that's weird. Okay. So I'm with you on there, right? Then when she said Janet, I was like, you know, but this is the thing. She wasn't totally wrong about J-Lo, but that's why I let it. Like, damn, that was fucked up, but all right, you right. Janet, I'm like, nah. I'm like, see, this is the thing. Janet don't sing like that. Like Janet stays in her
melody.
Lane. Yeah, she exactly. In her lane. She don't be trying to go too crazy. So I'm like, that was out of pocket. Man, she said Beyonce. I'm like, man,
she said Beyonce's name because it's a pull factor.
I was like,
she said Beyonce's name to
get
a reaction.
Williams is drunk.
Keep Beyonce's name out of your plastic surgery lips, Wendy fucking Williams, okay? Because you know what? Stop using people. Because this shit really caught me off guard. What do you mean Beyonce needs auto-tune? How are you even mentioning Beyonce in a Fergie conversation? Beyonce will never fuck up the national anthem like that. Beyonce probably won't even sing that shit right now.
But so in fact, that was the thing, and I'm like, wait, but see, the J-Lo shit, cool. The Janet Jackson shit, hey, that's up for debate. I was like, Beyonce, I was like, that's just not a fact. Like Beyonce, I've heard before, like good phones, niggas had flip phones recording Beyonce singing with no, you know,
hello.
And she bodied it, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
If she would have said Rihanna, I would have been like,
I would have been like, hey, and I think Rihanna has a beautiful voice, so I would have still disagreed, but I would have been like, I never really heard Rihanna get right. Like I've heard Beyonce get right. Like I've seen,
exactly.
like no people. We go to Beyonce's live show, my G. Like I've seen Beyonce get right. So when I
You
hear
can
this,
see
yeah, like I'm
Beyonce
like that's
singing
just not
from
a
her
fact.
diaphragm. You can see Beyonce's vocal cords moving when she hits certain notes. If Wendy Williams is just using Beyonce's name just for it had to be for ratings, because there's no way you even think that that's correct.
See, this is the thing that I know that I would have never in a million years had one thing to say about Wendy Williams on this podcast. But now we've said her name probably like 17 times. So whatever she did worked. But I think that shit is trash. Like I think that way of doing things is really trash, and we need to do something about that. Like you shouldn't be able to say she should be, because we be mad at everybody else. We want to boycott everything else when people get out of pocket. Like she shouldn't be able to do that, because we talk about Black excellence, and Monique tried to paint Charlemagne into that corner of being like self-hating, right? So when I see that shit, I'm like, of all people to chop down, like why Beyonce? Like what the fuck did Beyonce do? And I'm not, and if she said anything else, like if she was like Beyonce can't dance, I would be like, she's wrong, but like whatever. Like, but I'm like, Beyonce can't sing. That's just not a fact. Like that's just how can you even say that? Like that's just wrong. Like that, you know what I'm saying? So
that is wrong. It's inaccurate. It's just a false statement. Like, how can you be so bold in your falsehood?
That's the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really the game. And then she went on to mention Adele, and I love Adele, you know, but she bigged up Adele, she bigged up Mariah Carey, and I'm like, fam, Mariah Carey's she's a legend. Don't get me wrong, and I respect Mariah Carey, so I ain't gonna slander her like I want to, but her last couple of performances have been crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
if Mariah Carey was a Netflix special, she would be getting 250,000 from me.
She might get 175, and don't get, you know what I'm saying? Like
maybe.
So, that's exactly.
And that's so, if I had a good day.
Fact. If I'm in a great mood. Fact. So when she said that, I'm like, see, I don't get what just happened here. Like, and I know I'm nobody in this world. I got my listeners who fuck with me. Big shout out to you guys. I love you guys. But if I said some shit like that, I would feel terrible. Like, she has millions of people. Like, she's on regular daytime TV. She has millions of people that watch her. Like, she shouldn't be able to get away with that. Like, nah.
So people should start being held accountable for their words and their statements, because statements are very, very powerful.
And that's the thing. Like, we're to that point where, like I said, it's the best time to have your own brand, because every day you could skyrocket. Like one day for Wendy Williams could be like that Publishers Clearinghouse. Like one day of streams and crazy shit is a big bag for those numbers. So, but when you do that, like I was like, that's a bad practice. I was like, that brings us to the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And she got what she deserved. Like I didn't see nobody really agreeing. Like, well, you know, Beyonce was right. Like. You know what I'm saying? People, they made it like a Mariah Carey, Beyonce comparison, which became a different argument. But I'm like, you shouldn't be able to do that. Like, I don't fuck with that.
It's a different time.
No, people are getting out of pocket. Did you see Jason Derulo?
With their statements. No, I don't keep up with him.
He's a bozo, don't get me wrong. But this is why I would just bring that up, to be like, yo, people are really getting out of pocket in the world. Him and Jordin Sparks had a thing, which I don't really follow. But and what I try to do on this podcast is take situations that happen in like pop culture and relate them to everybody's everyday life to make it like a moral lesson. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw that him and Jordin Sparks had a thing, they broke up. I don't know what happened. I don't care. She moved on. She found another guy. They're having a baby. Right. Jason Derulo wrote on Jordin Sparks' Instagram page, like for the world to see. He said, I wish that baby could have been mine. All my songs are about you. I saw that shit and I was like, listen, I might still be there if it's not deleted. You guys can go look. You know what I'm saying? Go look for yourselves. I'm sure it's a screenshot out there. Google it, whatever. Do your Googles, whatever you got to do. I saw that shit and I was like, yo, the world is getting too crazy. I was like, yo.
What type of corny shit is that?
Yeah, like, I was like, first of all, it's Jason Derulo, so this is some bozo shit. But that's when I looked and I'm like, yo, you should not be able to do things like this. Like, I was like, that's crazy. Like, I was like, I couldn't imagine that.
You can make
me and my wife. have some great news. We celebrate. We're putting up a picture like, yo, new baby on the way. And some bozo comments, I wish that baby could have been mine. Like her actual ex that the world knows.
Can you imagine?
Nah, I
Can
can't.
you imagine
See,
how you would
nah.
feel seeing that under your wife's pregnant post? That baby should have been mine.
And that goes back to one of those things. It depends on what day you caught me. And like I see, if we just put it up like after the baby shower, we're just home, we put up a picture, and it's a regular bow day, I might drive over there. I'm not gonna lie, it would take and I'm a new man. I changed a lot, but it would take a lot for me not to drive over there. Like we got to go to trial for that, right where we stand, right? But if it was a good day, like we were at the baby shower, we put it up, and I was in a good space. I would have been like, look at this bozo. Like, the fuck is he doing? Like, bro, get out of here. But I don't know, man. Like, how would you feel as a woman if your ex wrote that shit when you were...
If I had a disrespectful ex like that, I would probably have to kill him because I'll never be able to have happiness. No, man, no. For you to write that, I'm carrying another man's child.
Okay, fact.
You probably did something to me to fuck up our relationship.
Even if
you have the audacity to say something like that. Yeah, even if you didn't, however we ended, like that would be weird to even get as a text message. But for you to put that on public Instagram, my nigga, like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to play me? Like my kid will grow up to know that I even fuck with a clown. This is disrespectful.
No, I respect that. No, that's a fact. And that's what I thought was weird. I'm like, yo, this comment is never going to go anywhere. It's here forever. Like this kid 20 years from now can Google this comment. Like he'll find this.
Speaking of comments and your own brand and things like of that nature, Kylie Jenner.
Oh boy.
Cost Snapchat $1.3 billion.
Yo, I saw that shit and I couldn't believe my eyes. I was for the listeners who don't know, that I'm glad the Sagg brought up because I actually meant to talk about that. Because I thought that was so impactful that it bugged me out. Kylie Jenner just tweeted like, does anybody still use Snapchat anymore? And at that moment, like from that moment to whenever, they lost 1.3 billion with a B dollars in value.
Billion.
That shit fucking bugged me out. It really bugged me out. I'm like, wow. Like we talk, I talk about business and I'm like, that's scary. That it's that easy.
Exactly.
And let me ask you this as a business
she was one of the pioneers though for Snapchat.
True. This is very true. But let me ask you
that update did so.
I haven't used Snapchat is for liars. I'm tired of Snapchat. Nah, we got Instagram stories now. Like what you hiding? We don't gotta hide no more, my G. Like what you hiding from, my G? Like, Snapchat, I'm glad I got rid of it when I got rid of it. So I don't know about any update. But
Snapchat is for liars.
That's a fact. Snapchat is
you might be onto something with that. I know a lot of people who only use Snap doing some shady shit.
Doing dirt. Like Snapchat is tricky. Like, nah, unless you like 15, 16, 17, 18, I'm 29 years old. Ain't nothing for me to Snapchat you. Like, I'm old. I smoke weed. I might forget what I said. I can't be scrolling back up and the shit be gone. That's not good. What are we doing here? Like, I want everything I say, I want to be able to look back on. So, like, Snapchat is very tricky.
So that is done?
But that's why I thought it was weird. Because I was like, yo, Kylie Jenner was right. Like, who does use Snapchat? That shit is, like, that's another app. I got the 6S with the screen crack. I can't handle all these apps. But I want to ask
do you still hit them back right away?
Right away, I said 8 p.m. we on. 8 p.m. we was on. I want to ask you, as a business owner, right? How do you feel about Yelp? Because before you answer, because I don't want you to take it too serious. Because I want to let you know where I'm at. That Yelp, I was looking through it the other day because I know you like to go in sometimes. So I was like, hold on, actually, let me bring you back in before you get real technical. Like, I was on Yelp and
go crazy.
I saw someone leaving. They just had mad reviews. Like they had like hundreds of reviews, and I'm like, yo, everywhere you go, you got something to say. I'm like, yo, that shit is weird. I was like, yo, And that's what, like, because that Kylie Jenner just reminded me of it. I'm like, yo, you're affecting people's business and their livelihood when you say the chicken wasn't done right. Like, you come talk to me and I'll make it happen for you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go tell Yelp and then walk out, because then I'm not a better business owner. Like, you come fuck with me. Like, what happened? How can I make your experience
Exactly.
better? I'm sorry.
Let me rectify this situation.
Right.
Before you go and bash me to the national database of the World Wide Web. As a consumer, I appreciate Yelp and platforms. What?
Fact.
Yelp. I appreciate platforms like Yelp because I can give a live and direct review on establishment, but one person having a bad day and a bad attitude can really ruin a person's business and their reputation. Because if someone comes in and they don't like my hair, they can say, oh, the owner has a nasty attitude. She's very stuck up, and her smoothies weren't delicious, even though they were delicious. But just because you don't like my hair,
wait, what was the one you gave me?
Exactly.
Damn.
They were mediocre.
What's the pear?
The snappy pear.
Snappy pear.
The snappy pear.
Man, that shit
The
changed my life.
snappy
That shit
pear.
was amazing. But no, seriously.
No,
like,
it's really we change our menu frequently, but yeah, you can't have a customer.
Like, someone could be like, oh, the shakes were mediocre. Like, they were, all the hype was just because of some other shit. They could have just been having a bad day. I think that's very tricky. I'm like,
some other shit that has nothing to do with it. It's tricky. It's tricky. I think that that's why I said that to say this.
Hey.
People should be held accountable for the things that they put into the atmosphere.
That's exactly what
if you're lying or if you're giving exactly. Don't lie. Don't give a falsehood because of something personal that has nothing to do with the business aspect of it. Don't come to my smoothie juice bar telling me my juices were not cold enough for you, all because you had a bad experience with a customer on your way in while you were coming. Like, just don't do that. Be mindful of the things you say, because at the end of the day, you can ruin the person's business with the words you say.
These people's lives, like if Kylie Jenner was like, hey, I didn't like this restaurant, like that shit might shut down in LA. Like, that's scary. You know what I'm saying? But that's just Kylie Jenner. So if a regular Joe Schmo walks into my fucking Italian icy spot and says the cherry tastes like dirt, people might not come there anymore if he got a certain amount of followers on Instagram. Like, I don't like the way, I don't like that, because I think people are getting too out of pocket, and everyone wants to give their opinion for better or for worse, and they don't think about 5 minutes from now that it's like, I don't think the fate should be in the hands of the people like that without repercussions. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because, with Yelp,
I agree.
With Yelp, it's a big deal. Like, if someone like leaves a comment like that, that's why they're up there, for you not to be able to snatch it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a business owner, you're stuck with that. And I'm like, nah, I'm not cool. Like, I'm not rolling. Like,
I've learned to take people's opinions with a grain of salt. Just the same way someone may say, oh, this tastes nasty, or I might like it. It may be good to me. Just because you don't like it don't mean I won't. So I'm going to try it. I'm not going to listen to everyone's opinion. That's why Yelp reviews don't really do nothing for me. Because anybody can say anything these days. I can go into any restaurant and say, oh, this was the worst food I've ever had in my whole entire life. And it could have been the best food I've ever had. But you can say whatever you want to say. And I think that's a gift and a curse. And
I'm glad you said gift and a curse, because that's what I want these beautiful people to do. Spread positive energy. You know what I'm saying? If you got some shit, if you're going through some shit in your day and your day is not going well, like, keep that shit to yourself, or be proactive about the situation and try to make it better. Put positive energy out in the world. Like,
don't you hate when the nigga try to ruin your day because their day is ruined?
Early on, like, hey, how's it going? And they actually tell you, like, oh, you're not gonna believe this. Like, no, wait. Like, I don't think they're coming in.
Don't put that in the app. Keep that shit over there. All those bad vibes.
Yeah, so
You can feel a bad vibe. I can
from a
smell a
block
bad
away.
vibe.
You know, it's so much I want to, so much more I want to get into, but we got to save that. We'll save it. We'll keep it right there. We'll spread positive energy, people. And when, because you, that's
For
why, you know,
love, it's the Brooklyn
we're gonna get into that on another episode. Why I just felt like you was the Sagg. Like I saw you and I was like, what's your sign? And I never asked that. I'm like, something about you. You told me, and I'm like, gotta call you a Sagg.
What's your sign, girl? What's your
You
sign?
treated that because you're absolutely right. Like I could see bad vibes in 10 seconds. Like when you walk up on somebody, like, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, after a while, I'm like, I don't like where this is headed. I really don't. I keep those people out of my circle. You know what I'm saying? So I think people
You
should do the same. It's
have
2018.
to.
You know what I'm
Very
saying?
detrimental.
We're almost at the third month. Next thing you know, it's moving very fast. So, and people, I know they focus, they fall off on their goals, but I want people to really try to keep positive energy in this circle. And Sagg, I appreciate you joining me.
Thank you for having me, though.
Absolutely. You're definitely
You're a
a friend of the show.
wonderful host.
You got to do this again. Don't go anywhere.
I will.
We're going to wrap this show up because I got mad shit to talk about. We're going to
wrap it up then.
Wrap it up. Yo, that's going, we're going to talk about that. Don't worry. Because people want to know what happened with the More Hate, More Love. But I'm like, I was like, well, because I mentioned it on my last episode.
We can tell the people what happened to More Hate, More Love.
We got to save it, though, like, because it's a long story. But that's
on the next episode.
Button on it there, because I want to keep it with a positive vibe. Let's go with more love this week. I love you all. Thanks for joining.
More love.
Have a day you deserve. Wow.